They say that in order to heal, you can't remain in the same environment that made you sick. So relating that back to Real Housewives of Potomac, if Candace and Wendy both feel as though there truly is colorism on the show, then what I'm gonna need them to do for season 8 is go ahead and exit stage left and stop benefiting from it. Can we talk about it? Please, let's go ahead and talk about it.
I'm a prize, a fucking vibe, a natural high. Put the fucking tools in the air when I arrive. Don't act surprised, be down to ride when you see me come alive. Put the fucking tools in the air when I
If I tell you once, can't be all on me. If I'm for the streets, then you will not police if you. I swear I'm out there. Can't deal with this, though. I'm halfway at that. For the streets, summer. I swear I'm out there. Can't deal with this, though. I'm halfway at that. For the streets, summer. Listen. Let me tell y'all how this is about to work. First of all, what's up? If you're new to this channel, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, click that subscribe button, baby. My name is Santana, aka Cha, and we just here to discuss the fuck shit that y'all put on Beyonce's internet. And remember, by the end of the video, if I didn't say it, then it wasn't for the fucking say, okay? But let me tell y'all how this is about to go, because I got my food over there on the bed. Yes, I eat in bed. I got my food over there on the bed, okay? Waiting on me. It's probably going to be cold by the time I'm done doing this video, but not if I hurry the fuck up. So we're not going to be here for an hour. I did watch the reunion here and there. I watched parts of 1. I watched parts of 3, but baby, I didn't see the season. So it is what the fuck it is. This is the main overview video that we're going to be doing. And then I might splice and dice here and there. Okay. I'm not going to do like no whole long ass story. No, baby. No. Because the way that our attention spans work, we just going to focus topic on topic on topic. Okay. Because I need people to see the topics that I'm speaking about, and each individual topic that I'm talking about deserves its own motherfucking video. So we are starting with the title of this video, as y'all can fucking read, right? But before we go ahead and get into that, because like I said, I do have my meal over there waiting on the bed, okay? Fish about to get in the bed and eat fish tacos, okay? And before this fish eats her fish tacos, we're going to go ahead and light it up one, okay? Now, while we lighting it up, let me go ahead and say this. This video is not going to be for everybody, but I wanted to reach everybody, okay? Everybody not going to agree with what the fuck it is that I have to say, but that's okay. Everybody can't be a teacher. Somebody got to be the goddamn student, right? Okay? Next, I'm going to probably get canceled for these takes, but I mean, I've been there, done that, okay? Been there, done that. Also, there's a lot of chit-chatter on Twitter, on social media. A lot of people are right. A lot of people are wrong. We're going to discuss it all. We're going to go ahead and discuss it all. And my opinion is probably going to differ than what the fuck y'all think my opinion should be. But again, that's why this is my goddamn channel, and I'm the teacher and y'all are the students. So go ahead, baby. Come in for this lesson. Now let's go ahead and get into this shit. So the talk of the town right now, especially after these 3 goddamn parts, apparently y'all saying that they did like a whole colorist segment in the second episode, the second reunion. Listen, baby girl, I did watch the third part of the reunion. I did watch the first. I was over both. Honestly, they should have never took a break. Okay, having a Super Bowl. Listen, after the finale, I was over it. And then after the Robin shit, I was over it. And then you got the Super Bowl in the middle, and then you want to come back a month, like too fucking much. Too fucking much. I'm at the point where I'm agreeing with everybody else. I feel like the show needs to be recasted. It needs to be reformatted. There needs to be a new friend group. Like something needs to happen, and they need to not come back. Okay, at least for like another year. Take a season off. Take 2. Okay, because we need to figure something out, because it's gotten way too dark ever since Street Fighter left, and I'm over it. Like it's giving Real Housewives of World Star. Okay, it's giving Real Housewives of World Star. It's very, very toxic. Okay, and whether y'all want to agree to it or not, sit back and think about what I'm about to say. Whether you want to agree to it or not, Black media, okay, and I'm not just talking Black blogs, but Black media and Black content is toxic as fuck. And the sooner that y'all realize that, maybe the better off we'll be as a community, right? But Black media, Black blogs, Black content is toxic as fuck. Okay, what's promoted is the struggle. What's promoted is a need to be angry all the time, a need to position yourself as a victim. Like, we're constantly being agitated, being force-fed shit to get a rise out of us, get a reaction out of us, to make us wake up and just want to be angry and go the fuck off. And I'm honestly tired of it. I'm tired of it. So seeing that this is what the fuck Potomac is coming down to is honestly sickening and saddening and just straight up fucking tragic. Like, it's fucking tragic. This is season 7 going into season 8, and we are sitting here having a conversation that honestly nobody's really listening to because there's so many people speaking at once, but a conversation nonetheless, I guess, really is more so like people yelling at the goddamn wall. But we're having a conversation about colorism and whether it exists on the show, whether it doesn't. And honestly, I don't give a fuck about none of that, because guess what? As long as Candace and Wendy keep signing up for this goddamn show, whether there's colorism or there isn't, baby, if it is, they're benefiting from it. That's the real motherfucking gag. And I would expect more. I would expect more from Bravo fans. But then again, maybe I shouldn't, because y'all are the same people who sit here and continually make Nene trend, make Phaedra trend, make Portia trend. All people who have literally left the show in problematic ass ways. Nene called her fucking boss a cokehead, called her fucking castmates fucking house slaves. Okay, she called them house niggers. Go ahead and research that Jason Lee interview if it's still up on Hollywood Unlocked that she did probably, I don't even know the fucking year, but it was definitely like June, July. I remember. It was given like 2020. Oh, I remember. I fucking remember. Okay. And then aside from everything else that, you know, Nene's suing the company and all of that, we know how she left. Okay. Portia quit the goddamn show because she didn't want her foot being held to the motherfucking fire about that fake ass sham of a marriage that she's in, that now in present 2022, 2023 day, now she's mad at an actual fucking journalist for doing their goddamn job when they invited them on. Like, make it fucking make sense. And then now we have Fraudja apparently joining Married to Medicine. Y'all bitches love toxicity. Y'all do. Listen, I get it. If we're being fed is beef and chicken and shrimp, like, obviously we're not going to wake up one day and suddenly go vegan. So obviously, you know, it's going to take a while for y'all to realize how much fuck shit we are ingesting. And RHOP, oh, look at it. Look at me calling it RHOP or whatever the fuck you want to call this goddamn show is slowly getting to that point. No, it's already there. It's at the point where there is so much fucking toxicity. I'm done. Y'all can have this shit. Because I secretly, truly, honestly, in my gut of guts believes, and this is probably where I might get canceled, and you might call me a fucking coon. But in my hearts of hearts, y'all love this shit. Y'all love it. Because all it is ever chatter, conversation, outrage. But what actually fucking happens? What repercussions are there? Because everybody's on Twitter, everybody's on social media like, oh, Giselle, Green Eye Bandits, and da-da-da-da-da, but yet they're still on the show. If they were a Kardashian, y'all know how to get them the fuck up out of here. If they were Daniel Caesar, you know how to get them the fuck up out of here. Okay, if they were Chrisette Michelle, you know how to get them the fuck up out of here. But they're on this show because y'all love this shit. And Bravo loves this shit. Bravo sees y'all tweeting. Okay, guess what? If it makes dollars, it makes sense. Even if it makes not a lick bit of sense to you, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. So Bravo is going to continue to invest into what the conversation is. And there's more conversation surrounding Giselle than there is about the actual colorism. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. And it's at a point where it's just like, what's actually, like, what? Because y'all did the same thing with Basketball Wives. Okay, out of nowhere, suddenly everybody's a colorist because OG, who was naturally aggressive from her very first scene when she walked in with the crooked wig, but now years later, because it's OG, and Basketball Wives is literally still on. Evelyn Zada took 2 years off, and now she's coming back the next season. Again, like, y'all love toxicity. Y'all love this shit. So I'm probably preaching to a fucking wall right now, but that's okay. We're gonna get a coin. We still gonna do this video. I'm gonna get my point off. Okay? Because nobody follows me on Twitter and nobody pays attention to my tweets. Follow me on motherfucking Twitter. Okay? Because I'll be live tweeting and I'll be giving and sharing my motherfucking thoughts. But since ain't nobody following me there, now I gotta bring it here. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into this. Real Housewives of Colorism. Y'all claim that it's on the goddamn show, but yet y'all still watching it. Just like Wendy and Candace are still benefiting from it. Okay, in one breath, Candace is saying, well, I don't feel like you are a colorist. But then in the next breath, it's like you over there with your white looking ass. And we're going to discuss this since we're on a goddamn topic. A lot of people feel like, well, Candace is justified in saying that. And here's my thing. Because there's also people that feel like, well, Candace went too far. Giselle started it. And I ain't even got to give no long, drawn out history, no long, drawn out, not Giselle started it. That's it. That's it. That's it. I don't care. Unless it was Candace who started, whoever started, this is the response. Took a little long, but this is the response. This is what the fuck it is. And so to me, it's just like, we want to police words. We want to warrant, the things that come out of your mouth, but where was all of that policing when it came down to Giselle and her behaviors and what she's like? And here's my thing, because I'm not even going to make this a video where I'm ragtagging Giselle. Matter of fact, I want to ragtag y'all asses. Again, y'all love toxicity, because how are we going into the 8th season, the 8th year of this goddamn bullshit? And if colorism is on this show and exists, how is this shit still in effect? How? Because guess what? Y'all gonna be mad for a couple of weeks. Show gonna go off for its hiatus. Y'all gonna forget all about this goddamn shit. Return to your lives, and then you're gonna return to the same fuck shit that happens every other goddamn week. Okay, because it's the same fuck shit. Same celebrities fucking up. Same companies is on blackface. Like, it's the same motherfuckers that got chawed down to a goddamn science. Y'all are formulas at this point. Y equals MX plus B's running around this bitch. Like, that's how the world and these companies and all of these places are looking at the Black community, profiting literally not only just off the trauma, but your response to the triggers and the trauma being fed, force fed back to you. So it's like we're having these conversations about colorism, but it's like, for what? Like, literally the fucking show is going to go off. Y'all are not going to care until the next fucking scandal happens. Then march right back next season. Ratings not going to drop. Candace and Wendy are both going to be back. Sign the fuck up. And it's just going to be like, what? You're going to get mad all over again because y'all love this shit. But since we insist on doing a YouTube video and having this conversation, let's have it. Do I feel like colorism is on the show? No, I don't. I've been watching since season 1. Now, here's the thing, because y'all love to conflate shit, right? Participating in colorism is not the same from benefiting from it. And I feel like in order to benefit from colorism, somebody has to be given said benefits. Now, you can lead with certain things. Like, does Giselle walk into the room with her blonde hair and green eyes? How else is she supposed to walk in the room? Like, I mean, she can maybe wear a black wig, but like, her eyes are green. She can't help that she's beige. She can't help that she's a part of the beige brigade. It is what the fuck it is. It's y'all motherfuckers that look at her and say, oh my God, I'm astounded. I'm astounded that this person is close to the white proximity. Like, that's y'all. What is she supposed to do? What is she supposed to do? Like, and there's like, I just feel like there's like these unrealistic expectations, because it's almost like y'all expect beige people to walk around with a flag or a sign that says, hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 I know I'm gorgeous, but pay attention to my dark-skinned friend. Like, what are y'all expecting them to do? What are you expecting them to do? It's like, if it happens, is it their fault that it's happening? No, but you want them to go and stop it from happening. You want them to speak up and be an advocate and this, that, and the third. Here's my thing with the whole colorism conversation, period. How many times are y'all doing that for your counterparts? Okay, for the people that we are in community with, because we are in the Black community? Or is it just like a race to the bottom, a race to who has it worse, or a race to who can be the most offended in the room? Because I don't see the same energy. I don't see the same passion when it comes to the other side. I don't. As far as the Candace conversation with what she said to Giselle, I have no problem with it, because Giselle started. Literally point in the blank in the period. Point in the blank in the period. Hard stop. Hard stop. Don't care what she said to her. Don't care. Did she take it too far? In the context of things, and I'm high, in the context of fucking things, and considering how far Giselle has gone? No. Now, should she have said, you're white looking ass, period? I'm really fucking high. She should not have. She should not have. That, I do feel like, even I don't feel like she necessarily took it too far. I do feel like it was like, oh, Because she very well could have said, you beige bitch. You peanut butter looking, like she very well. But then at the same time, again, this is where that hypocriticalness comes into it, because it's just like, again, when it's a darker skinned person, it's the world yelling. When it's on the opposite foot, then it's, but that's not racism. That's not colorism. That's not da da da. Okay, at some point in time, it's just like, again, if we are all community within the Black community, isn't all of it wrong? If you can say, oh, with your beige bitch ass over there, oh, your white looking ass over there, but I can't say yo dark ass over there, da 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 da, like. And I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm literally just playing devil's advocate, trying to give some food for thought. Literally. In that context of things, it doesn't make sense, and I don't agree with it. But at the end of the day, Giselle started. So it is what it is when it comes to that. It is what it is when it comes to that. It is. It is. But can I see how it was harsh? It was most definitely harsh. And she probably could have used better words, but she didn't. She didn't. In the future, though, I want all of that to stop. Either everybody going to be able to say whatever, or we can't say nothing at all. Because that brings me to my next point in conversation. I do not like that when these colorism conversations come up, they're very one-sided. And some people just, listen, y'all, let me go ahead and let me do something. Let me do something. Let me get into my thoughts and give y'all time to prepare for what it is that we about to go into. Because I wasn't even expecting this video to be this long. Okay, because we about to get into deep dive shits. But I got things to say. I feel like a lot of the colorism conversations are one-sided. I do. I feel like I hear way more noise when it's a particular hue or shade of person than it is period. And don't get me wrong, it's wrong. Like, I am not here for colorism. Like, listen, I come from the school of treat everybody like a human. Okay, I don't care if you straight, white, yellow, but I don't care. Treat everybody like a human. But I do not like selective outrage. I do not like, I can do it to you, but you can't do it to me, because if you do it to me, then you can't do that because you got privilege. But listen, baby, in 2023, I feel like we're getting into it, but we're going to get into it, because if we're going to get into it, we're going to get into it. I feel like even with the whole privilege conversation, and this is going to make me sound extremely ignorant, I feel like even with the privilege conversation, I think at some point it's time for us to start, shout out to Erica De Niro, but it's time for us to start updating our operating systems. And I do think that every couple of years, maybe every decade, there needs to be like an update on the manual. Because I'm 30 years old and I'm still hearing people now say the same shit that was being said when I was an infant, when I was a child with my mother at the beauty salon. Whether it's niggas ain't shit or bitches ain't nothing but hoes and tricks, like all of that. Even with this whole colorism conversation, and I'm not going to say that it does not exist. It definitely fucking exists. Definitely fucking exists. But what I am going to say is that in 2023, I don't know if it's trendy. I don't know if people really are sincere with it. I don't fucking know. But I do know. Well, yeah. It's become trendy to call out colorism. And I do end up seeing a lot more people that are of lighter shade being the main advocates. And a lot of times it does not come across organic or authentic. And then aside from that, you can pick any fucking rapper right now that is not brown skin, that is not beige skin, that is not caramel skin, but of a darker hue. And there will be somebody on Twitter with 1,000 fucking reasons why that person is not on top. And it's all leading back to their skin color. Whereas they could just not be that bitch. But because we live in a society where, again, it's uproar, it's outrage, it's and whether y'all want to admit it or not, or see it or not, toxicity is trendy. And colorism is one of those buzzwords that gets the people going. And it's become trendy to either support someone solely just because they're dark skinned, which, again, to me, unorganic. You should be supporting them because you're supporting them. Obviously, I mean, and we don't even have to get into the whole conversation about, because I'm trying not to make this as long as I felt like this is about to be, but like obviously, you know, you want to show people support when they haven't been support, like obviously, you know, all of that. But I do, again, it should be organic. But you can go anywhere now on Twitter, any artist, whether it's Doechii, whether it's Azalea Banks, whether it's Bree Runway, whether it's Normani, and it's just like there's somebody angry and saying that everything that's going wrong in their life is because they are dark skinned and how they're treated because they are dark skinned and this, that, and a third. And I feel like a lot of that is performative. That is the word I was looking for, but performative. And so when it comes to this whole colorism conversation, it's just like, why is this all of a sudden coming out now? Because to me, I don't feel like it's as much colorism as it is ageism, as it is classism, as it is elitism. You can take it all the way back to Real Housewives of Potomac season 1. Okay, it was all about fine dining, and this is before that they knew that this was going to be sold as Real Housewives, and they just thought it was some regular filming reality show of, you know, like this high society group. But we could all take it back to season 1 where this almost didn't even get a fucking season 2. Had we not seen them in real time at the reunion. Like this was not about to get to season 2. Wasn't nobody feeling the show or the way that they were fucking acting, right? And it's because they were so high society and, oh, we don't do that low vibrational shit. And oh no, that's love and hip hop and we're up here and we're higher echelon and this, that, and the third. To the point where that's why Giselle said, oh, we've been trying to stay above the standard when Street Fighter was out there running a fucking muck. Because that is how Potomac, we're just gonna call it that, okay? Listen, we're not gonna figure out the right name until they start acting right, okay? So that's how Potomac has been. That was how they were the first couple of seasons, and then now it's completely fucking different because now they realize y'all love toxicity. This is the shit y'all tune in for. This is what y'all are paying y'all money to see. This is what y'all paying to see, because y'all enjoy that shit. Y'all enjoy the conversation of colorism and, oh, fuck Giselle, and yes, we're here, Team Candace, Team Wendy, da-da-da-da-da. And as soon as they get off the goddamn air, how many of y'all buying Wendy's candles? How many of y'all have streamed Deep Space? The original and the deluxe? How many of y'all got tickets to the motherfucking concert? It's like all of that shit is performative. All of that outrage and colorism and is either projection, okay, or motherfuckers joining in because it's trendy, or it's given performative. It's not real. It's not real. So I'm sorry if I sound ignorant throughout this. I'm sorry, but it's hard for me to attach an emotion to this situation. It's hard for me to get so heavily wrapped up in something that just realistically isn't real. It's not. This whole conversation, this show, is a figment of our imaginations, because again, as soon as they go off the air, give it a couple of weeks, y'all do not care. And then next season, there might be a little bit of annoyance, but I don't see anybody marching down on Washington Street to get this show taken off the air. I don't see nobody all over the shade room and all over the black blogs and black media trying to get this person canceled. I don't see y'all banding together to create real consequence. The same way you do for a Daniel Caesar or a Chrisette Michele or a Kim Kardashian when she breathes. So please make it make sense. Because it don't. It don't. It don't. But again, I feel like ever since season 1, it's always been about elitism, classism, ageism, okay? Another thing, everybody's like, oh, why are Karen and Giselle the faces of the show? Simple. They're the oldest. It's giving matriarchal vibes. Like, they're literally the motherfucking oldest. Like, is Karen not about to be 60? Is Giselle not about to be mid-50s? Like, they are literally the oldest. What does it look like Ashley and Candace being faces of the show and Karen and Giselle are being bossed around by? Like, never going to happen. Never going to happen. So when this show is sold and packaged as Real Housewives of Potomac, because every Bravo's franchise needs to have, you know, the nemesis and the arch nemesis, that's just what the fuck it was. We're in need of a reboot, a redo, but that's just what it's been. That's just what it's been. So it's not because they're light skinned. It's not because of their light skin privilege. It's just because of that. Simple. Okay? And when it comes to this show, you have to go back to the original cast, right? Because I've even found myself saying, like, whether colorism is on the show or not, and listen, we're not going to take it down a rabbit hole and well, see, because this is an example of colorism. This is not real. This is not real. This is not real. Take that energy and go to Bravo. Take that energy and go to Bravo. Okay? Because it ain't real. But almost lost my motherfucking train of goddamn thought. Actually, I did. Let me take a vape break while y'all digest everything that I just hated out. This is why I don't smoke and do live videos. And y'all be like, oh, Scott, can we do a smoke with me? Oh my God, let's get high. Let's not. Let's not. Let's not. Okay, give me 1 second. I know my tacos over there cold. Poor little fish, poor little tilapia. Girl, done took her out the sea, put her in a frying pan, and then she as cold as the sea. Double homicide. Goddamn shame. Goddamn shame. Listen, I gotta hurry up because I gotta eat. Y'all ain't about to keep me here all the goddamn day. Okay, let me hurry up and get to my motherfucking point. So, like I was saying, listen, colorism is really ageism, it's really elitism, it's really giving classism, like literally ever since season 1. Then you gotta go back to the original cast. It was Katie, it was Ashley, it was Robin, it was Giselle, it was Karen, and then it was Charisse. That's five light brights. Okay. 1 darkie. See, I'm not attached to these words, so I don't be getting all offended and shit like that. I would never call a person darky. Okay, I'm just being ignorant at this point. But that's my point. This shit is not fucking real. But at the end of the fucking day, like, let's call it a thing. It was 5 light-skinned bitches and it was 1 chocolate girl. Because even now, I look at it and be like, okay, well, then y'all try to say colorism, and it's just like the optics don't look good. But again, at what point, what are you asking? Are you asking Candace to be nice to them because they're darker skinned and they're not light skinned? Like, I really want to try to break down these Twitter threads and theses. Like, please make it make sense. At the end of the day, we got the 5 OGs. Okay, and Katie's not even on the show no more. So we got the 4 OGs, Karen, Ashley, Giselle, and Robin, who already come as a package. Them 4 ain't going nowhere. And they sticking together because those are the 4 original women. And it just so is that they are light skinned. Which child, now I'm talking in circles. I hope y'all get my motherfucking point. I hope y'all get my point. Okay. You ever be talking and just be like, why am I wasting my breath? Like, that's how I be feeling. Because it's just like, I can see the comments down. People trying to put that. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. At the end of the day, this show was sold with 5 light-skinned women, 1 chocolate girl. And so ever since then, it's just been like putting in a chocolate girl. And even with this colorism conversation, it's just like, unless all of y'all, and I'm talking about Candace and Wendy as well, either lead a show or shut up, okay? Or create some sort of change. Because what are we doing? What are we doing? It's literally been the light-skinned beige brigade since day 1. But the last couple of years, ever since Street Fighter left, okay, Charisse left, who y'all don't even like, then Monique left, who y'all didn't even like until she started throwing hands, okay, and then now they're trying to get Candace and Wendy off the show, a Skylar, who's literally furniture, but got thrown off the show. Like, I can see how it optically, because there's 5 light-skinned women, and then you got the rotating chocolate friend. I can see how that looks. But at this point, like, what are we supposed to do? Is Karen supposed to say, let me give up my shit because I'm light-skinned? And like, or like, are we supposed to just hire another brown girl because we trying to meet a diversity quota? Like, what is really supposed to go on? Like, instead of sitting and wasting all your breath on Twitter, go to Bravo and make an actual change, make an actual motherfucking solution. I feel like what's going on is, again, elitism, classism, and ageism. That's how the show started. That's how it kept on. Even when Candace came onto the show, they weren't hating on her because she was dark-skinned. They was hating on her because she was young, pretty, beautiful, and came from wealth as a Black young woman in America. Okay? Had nothing to do with her skin tone or her color. When Monique came on a goddamn show, It was, oh, you got 2 homes? Or whatever the fuck Giselle said. It had nothing to do with her being a brown-skinned girl. Okay? It had everything to do with elitism, classism. Okay, trying to figure out where you stand in life, because it's like we're housewives and it's like we're about the money, we're about the bag. And even though we ain't seen, you know, the girls on this show get into that. Actually, we ain't seen that with none of the black shows in a long time. We ain't seen them being about their bills and they price tags and all of that in a long goddamn time. So maybe y'all hosts forgot, but that's what Real Housewives is about. Okay, Real Housewives is pretty much just pretty mean old girls. Okay, like teenage girls, but older, Sex in the City type vibes, right? And so to sit and look at these situations and say, oh, it's because they're brown skin. No. Charisse got off the show because I guess she wasn't given enough. First, it was the whole divorce and shit with her first 2 seasons or whatever. Then Monique, like I said, it was the housing situation with Candace, jealousy. And so at this point in time, it's just like, they just don't like these girls. And again, I know it doesn't make it better because you have light-skinned women versus dark-skinned women, but it's just like, what if they just don't like each other? What if they just don't like each other? What if they just don't motherfucking like each other? Honestly, they all can go to hell. They all can, okay? Y'all go up for Karen, but literally that's a separate video on its own. Y'all go up for her. Y'all let her be exempt from everything, even though she benefiting just like everybody else. I feel like Candace and Wendy are benefiting because, listen, again, y'all love this shit. Y'all love the toxicity. Y'all love this goddamn shit. And so it's just like, of course they're going to come back season after season because it's a check. And they know that y'all going to go to bat for them. Okay, so what does that do? That garners them more fans and likability. And it's just like, I'm sorry, I'm not about to sit around and watch Candace and Wendy be pick-me's once again. And I love Candace, stan Candace, love both albums. About to go see her in person, okay? Love her. Damn, okay? Actually, I owe her a reading from like 2 years ago. But I love her. Damn. But I'm not about to stand by another season after all of these girls have sat and terrorized both of them and watched these two go and giggle all up in these bitches' face. I'm not doing it. We're not coming back for season 8 happy and jovial with these bitches that literally tried to rip y'all apart and kick y'all off the goddamn show. And we're not doing that because we've already done it season after season. We've already seen Candace go after Giselle and all of them because they came after her and friendly. Y'all realize that Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip was shot after this season? No reason why I should be watching a trailer clip and seeing Candace and Giselle sitting right next to each other. Are friendly and happy. Like, that's not what we doing. And then we want to come to reunion and then Chris want to be mad and this, that, and the third, and then everything with Robin, and now we want to blame Robin and use her as a scapegoat, even though she's not the one who came up with the plan. Whether she was in on it or not, she's not the one who came up with the plan. I'm done with it all. It's giving pick me. I tried to tell y'all that Wendy was a pick me. How you gonna get a soul to then let a bitch throw her purse at you, right? Throw some water on you, then throw her purse at you. Then let the bitch eat your box. Okay? Then suddenly become besties with her again. And then now once reunion time come around and you done read the comments, you done seen the videos, and you done got fans' reactions, now we want to be mad again, Candace and Wendy. Like, I'm noticing it, I'm clocking in it, and I don't like it. That's why I said, again, none of this is reality. All of this shit is... I don't know. Baby, y'all in the 3D. Listen, I'm in the 9D. I'm up there with God. Like, I am God. Like, I've ascended to a higher place. And I just don't get this little vibrational shit. I don't. And then people were mad at Wendy, like, oh, Wendy, you should have never told Candace that in front of the girls. Like, Wendy is giving, like, you know, I saw a lot of people say that Wendy was giving coon behavior, like, oh, I'm not like them. I'm black, but I'm not black like that. I'm not ratchet like that. I'm educated and da. And whether that's true or not, Wendy and Candace are not friends. It's given alliance, point blank in the period. They're not really friends. It's given alliance. And both of them are pick-me's, again, because they're going through this shit and then turning around and smiling in these bitches' face. Wow, they got all the fans riled up, garnering them for attention and likability. And at this point, I can't. I can't. There's so much that I want to get into, but I know I'm speaking all over the place because I ain't writing no goddamn notes. I'm just trying to make sure I address at least the colorism thing. Do I feel like it's on the show? No, I don't. I feel like it's a matter of this being a predominantly light-skinned group, and the optics are that Bravo have created is that every person that was on the show and is now not on the show has been brown skinned. But that's because majority of the goddamn cast is black. Oh, not black, but light skinned. So, and again, that's why I said like I know people gonna be pissed with me, but I don't care, because if this was a majority dark cast with a light skin, like there would not be the same level of treatment, there would not be the same outrage, there would not be the same. And that's why I said I feel like a lot of this is performative. It just like that's why I said update the manual, because I see more support than I do actual hate. And this world hasn't really changed as much as we want to believe, and it's not as progressive as we would like to believe. So I'm not saying that out there in the real world that, oh, there's tons of support around darker skin. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that now in 2023, I feel like the conversation and the outrage against colorism is more loud, more visible, more vibrant than the actual quote unquote disrespect that's being claimed and alleged. I see more people suddenly jumping on the trend and making it trendy and being performative than I see the actual acts, like this show, for example. We want to say colorism, this, that, and the third, but what do you do when majority of the cast is light skin? And it just so happens that the people who keep leaving off the show are brown skin. And we are purposely trying to fill that role in with a brown-skinned girl, because we already know that. I mean, look at the way that they were forced to do the reunion, because they knew that there was going to be colorism conversations. Everybody agreed that the season was bullshit. Yeah, because they knew that if they did it the way that this season actually went and what the alliances and friendship dynamics and all of that really are, it would be, oh, all the brown-skinned girls on one couch and all the lighter-skinned girls on another couch. But what are we to do at this point when the show has literally always been 4 or 5 majority of the cast light skin, and it just so happens that that 5th person, that 6th, 7th, or that one extra girl that's needed for the show, it just so happens that they are brown skin and they either got into a conflict and got kicked off the show or left the group on their own merit. What do we do at that point? That's why I say recast this group. Let it stay off a season. Let it go somewhere for a little bit. Just because I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm done with these conversations. I'm dying. And I feel like all the reviewers I've seen that I fuck with, they all saying that they done. I'm dying. And again, I love me some Candace down. I ride for her. But I'm noticing, ever since somebody called it out, I've been noticing it's like, yeah, you kind of are just saying things because the fans are like, and so all of this is performative. All of this is, I'm still benefiting and getting a check. Like, because it doesn't make sense to me how at the reunion, we going off, we so pissed, we just sat in the third. But yeah, you was just smiling with this bitch in Thailand after a whole season of her terrorizing your life. The next year, okay, because they start filming. Like, let's not act like it takes them 10 years to film a season. They go back to filming this goddamn motherfucking month. And they're gonna be smiling right in each other's face, trying to give hugs. And I'm not just specifically talking about Candace, I'm talking about all of them. All of them. And then next season, we want to make it about Robin, because Robin, who's literally out of this entire cast been the most open, and to me didn't have to share not a goddamn thing. At this point, she's most hated. So why am I going to openly volunteer information? Why would I openly volunteer information about a situation that happened before me and this nigga got married officially? Only for that to do what? Make us backtrack in our now new marriage and had the fans weigh in with their opinions and then add strain it? No, we already over it. And to me, Robin, out of everybody on that goddamn motherfucking cast, has been the most open out of everybody. Everybody, since day one. When Robin was broke, we saw it. When Robin was collecting check to check and having to work 10 jobs while still being on this show, we saw it. We saw the way that her and Ashley were about to get into it because Ashley was snooping at her finances. We saw it. We saw it. Out of everybody, Giselle gives nothing. Ashley, nothing other than who she fucking sleeps with. Like, who? Listen, you know, we're not even going to go down the rabbit hole. Like I said, multiple different videos that we could do. This one has already been way too long. Back to the Candace conversation. I mean, she went too far, but at the same time, listen, you can't. What is it that I like to say? You can't say I took it too far, but then you're the one who gave me the directions to get there. Like, period. Okay, you take it far, I'm going to have. Like, it is what the fuck it is. And Giselle started. But at the same time, I am of the school of, you can't call nobody and say, oh, you a white looking bitch or this, that, and the third, and can't nobody turn around and say you a raisin, crusty ass, roach looking. I'm sorry. I'm from New York. Our mouths is reckless out here. We just speak. Think later. So it can't be that because then the energy and the outrage has to match, and I don't feel like it does. That's why I personally just stay out of all of these like little fake social justice movements, and I try to make my fight in life about humans, okay, about all of us just existing, okay, because guess what? Let another COVID thing happen, let a fucking natural disaster or something like that happen, and then it shows us we have to remember the fact that we're human first before all of these little problems that we as a society have created. Okay, I know that was a lot all in one. Listen, my words starting to slow. That means I'm hungry. Okay, fish is ready for her fish. Okay, but I think that's pretty much it when it came to everything. Giselle is close to white proximity, but it's and that's another thing too, because people would like you can not like what Candace said and wish she said it better, but also agree that yes, Giselle is closer to white proximity. It's not that, it's literally the words white looking ass. She could have said it in a better way, but she didn't. So it is what the fuck it is. It is what the fuck it is. And that's it, because I feel like I have more to say, but I can't think of it right now. So I guess we'll just do a part 10 or whatever. Bye, girl. Let me know your thoughts and, you know, like I care. Okay? And make sure y'all go stream my music like y'all care. Bye, chat. I'll see y'all in the next one.
And see, that is what we're going to go ahead and end this video. Now remember, if you hated me for that opinion, don't worry, girl. There's a lot more where that came from. Just make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe and turn your notifications on. For extended videos and exclusive content, including full episodes of my new weekly podcast, Let's Start There. Make sure that y'all go ahead and subscribe to patreon.com/ScottSantana. And also, make sure that y'all join the bandit mailing list in the description box, so that way, y'all hoes never miss a video. Make sure that y'all follow me on Twitter so that we can engage and argue back and forth, and, you know, just stay tuned for the hot shit that's coming to you, bitch. Okay? I love y'all. Bye.
I'm trying to fuck now, so baby, let's dance. Fuck up my baby right here on my legs, I'm trying to take you to my place.